Hey everyone, this is Christine from Kyanite Psychic Services. I'm a formally trained psychic reader and healer, as well as a trance medium, psychic development teacher, and a professional musician. You can find out more about me and my services on my website, which is kyanitepsychic.com. And you can find me on various social media platforms as at Kyanite Psychic. Today, I just wanted to take some time to share with you 3 important tips to help you improve communication with your spirit guides. So let's jump in. The first one is that you can set the intention when you're grounding yourself to ground out the energy of invalidation, right? So get really specific when you're grounding. I'm going to back that up one step, because if you're not grounding yourself consistently, daily, right, that's a great starting place in and of itself, right? Grounding metaphysically is a practice that helps us to release energy that no longer serves us, whether it's our own outdated energy or energy of other people that we might have picked up throughout the day, week, month, etc. If you're unfamiliar with how to ground metaphysically, I have an introductory workshop on that. I'll put the link in the description below. So back to grounding out specific energies, right? It's so important to acknowledge that the energy of invalidation is probably the number one thing that can block our communication with our guides, whether it's old, outdated energies of our own that invalidate the information we are receiving from spirit, or if it's external energies that are coming at us that invalidate communications that we're receiving. So when we ground, something that you can do is, start to get grounded, create that grounding cord, and set the intention to ground out the energy of invalidation. Just let it go. You can do that 2 ways. One, you can systematically ground out that energy by doing a body scan, right? Grounding out from your feet, from your knees, and moving all the way up your body to the top of your head, tips of your fingers, right? Or you can just overall, set the intention to ground it out from your body and just let go. Right? Some days I like to say out loud that I'm grounding out that energy, right? Because our words are so powerful. And some days I just do it internally. I set the intention using my inner voice in the center of my head. So really, do what moves you. The second tip that I have is that it's so important to remember that you dictate the flow of communication. Right? Because you're the human here on earth. And it's important that you ask for what you need. Our spirit guides are just that. They're non-physical beings. And the way that they communicate, send, receive information is so different than the way that we do as humans. So if you're receiving a lot of information at once, right, jumbled words or jumbled images really fast, you can ask them to slow down, right? I think sometimes we forget that we have a lot of agency, right? That we're powerful in that way. So just ask them to slow down. Similarly, if you're clairvoyantly receiving images that just don't make any sense to you whatsoever, you can tell your guides, hey, I'm not quite understanding what you're trying to communicate with me. Can you show me another way? Or can you expand on what it is I'm seeing, hearing, feeling, right? You can dictate the flow of communication. You can ask for what you need. The third thing that will help improve communication with your guides is to write down the communications you receive, right? That helps to really validate them because you're making it physical. You're putting it on paper or in a Google Doc, whatever moves you, right? It's a great idea to document everything you perceive when you connect with your guides. Also, because you may not know what the significance of a communication is the moment you receive it, but it can certainly unfold over time, right? And patterns, recurring symbols really make themselves known more easily when you document your communications. It also helps, again, to have you see your progress in the detail of communications you receive. You can witness your own growth and development in how you're able to perceive energy and perceive spirit communication. So it doesn't matter how you document it. It could be an old-fashioned journal, it could be a Google Doc, it could be voice notes, but really writing it down will help improve the flow of communication. So, if what I've said today resonates with you and you'd love to explore the topic of communicating with your guides further, I'd like to invite you to take my on demand workshop called Communicate with Your Spirit Guides. In this workshop, we go into meditation to awaken our awareness of energy. We meet and become aware of our guides, learn how to communicate with them, and receive healing messages that support us on our journey. We're also going to talk about the nature of spirit guides, different types of spirit guides, and review our psychic senses, because that is one of the primary ways that we communicate and perceive the non-physical. So I'd love to have you join me for this workshop. I'll put a link to register in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean an awful lot to me. And feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. So sending you all my very best wishes, and I will see you in the next video.